Hi there. I'm Mr. Littlejohn, principal of Oropeza Elementary School. Welcome to Back to School Night to our parents, students, guardians, and community members. We welcome you to our great school. We miss you. That's the first thing I'm going to say is that we miss our students hearing their laughter and seeing their smiles and seeing their excitement when they come to school. And unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we are doing distance learning until at least January 28th, 2021. So I want to thank you for joining us for Back to School Night. This video will share information about our school, some expectations, some very important information regarding virtual learning, and then you'll join your teachers in a live session to get information about the classroom and virtual learning through your Zoom meeting. So thank you for attending. I'm going to share my screen with you. And again, welcome to Back to School Night. We are the Sea Otters. I want to welcome our young students, our youngest students, fresh to our school, our transitional kindergarten students and our kindergarten students, and any other students who are newly enrolled to Oropeza Elementary. It's a great school, it's a great environment, and I know you're going to enjoy it. Last spring, toward the end, we made a video for students. This is going to be on our school website. You could always check it out. To the students of Oropeza, and it was just an awesome video. So I'm gonna just show a clip of it right now. I hope you don't mind.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it. Moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine, nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. Come on, all those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance.
All right, so thank you for that, everybody. And I'm going to go ahead and continue on with the presentation. Again, welcome back to our school, and we're happy to see you, even though it's not in person. It is virtual, and school is in session. So it's great to see the students when I'm visiting Zoom online. I just want to introduce our staff. We have our office team of Mrs. Franco, Mrs. Giron, Mrs. Jimenez, who's our school counselor, school psychologist is Mr. Rodesno, and me, myself, Mr. Littlejohn, the principal. And then we have a fantastic, powerful, machine-like staff who are just going after it this year. They work hard and are super dedicated. And so, especially for our kinder parents, we have Miss Moreno, we have Miss Galo, Miss Gallagher, so Miss Soto Puckett, and then Miss Conrad's your support specialist. And then we have teachers in grade 1, Miss Amati, Miss Gualini, combined with Miss Whitcomb, Miss Manning, Miss Wells, and Miss DeRozier. And our second is Miss Paluska, Miss Renteria, Miss Robinson, and then grade 3, Miss Christie, Miss Grotto, Miss Hecht, Miss Silva, and Miss Dragoyevich. Grade 4, Mr. Brown, Mrs. Ramos Davis, Mr. Yim, Mr. Nava, Mr. Barone, Mr. Jeffries for 5th grade, Mr. Lincoln, Mr. Mayfield, and Mrs. Schultz. So you can see we have a lot of staff members. And then we have specialist support. We have Ms. Conrad and Kinder, Ms. Whitmore in grades 3 through 5. Speech and language is Mr. Allen and Betsy Peterson. And then RSP, we have Mrs. Asplin. One of those important things is what we teach besides math and language arts and reading is character. And one of those things that I find really important is to teach kids how to be, so that it becomes automatic and within them. And one of our important expectations is to be kind, using nice words, positive words, contributing to a great environment, being kind to one another, being kind to someone else because it makes them feel good, which helps us feel good, which makes me feel good, and so being kind. And then being respectful, having manners, please and thank you, taking care of one's business, being respectful to family, to the teacher, to others, and to themselves. And then we have to be a good listener. And this might be challenging for some students while on Zoom. You know, they might get tired after 10, 15 minutes. And so what can the child do to get back to listening again? Can they recognize when they're not listening anymore and they're distracted looking at other things and so forth? Can they do that? They can take a deep breath to get back on track. Something as simple as that. Counting to 10 quietly to themselves to get refocused. Wiggling their feet under their desk, under the table, until they get the wiggles out. I'm wiggling my feet right now and I don't think you can notice. And so it might help. Okay, now I stopped. I'm ready to listen. Okay, so something as simple as that can get them back on track. And then being a friend. We're a bully-free school. We want to be friends with one another. We want your child to have friendships, and that is very, very important. And then we have a rule of be hands off, no grabbing, no pushing, no hitting. But since we're not here at school, we added a new rule about being a scholar, taking care of your business, self-managing, being on Zoom when it's time, attending school every day, getting the work done every day, even off of live sessions, doing the asynchronous, we call it asynchronous work when there's work posted online, taking care of that. Now I'll go back to friendships. Bullying is not allowed. Bullying is not allowed. And it's not allowed here at school. It's not allowed during virtual learning, okay? And so bullying is when you keep picking on someone repeatedly because you think you're cooler, that you're smarter, that you're stronger, and you're better than them. And that is actually false thinking. You're cooler and you're stronger when you're courageous, and that when you build friendships and you're kind. That is being cool at school. This also includes cyberbullying. I mentioned virtual learning because kids can bother other kids on the phone, online, on Google Docs, harassing, changing someone else's work if it's a Google Doc because it's a shared document, threatening, sending harmful pictures to another student. And so if this is happening and you see something, we must say something. And that's something that we as a school will work on and continue to work on. We do not want bullying. We want to stop any hate and we want to stop bullying. So let's do this together. And then this is just some virtual learning agreements with Long Beach Unified School District, really getting onto Zoom on time. I'm going to look at number 3, microphone is muted when others are speaking. The numbers 4, 5, 6, and 7 are very important, parents. This is only, number 4 is only intended for enrolled students. Number 5, virtual learning courses, intellectual property, pictures and or recordings of the virtual lesson, the teacher or other students is prohibited. So please remember that. Using images of teachers and students in any format is also prohibited. Using images of teachers or students in any format to engage in harassment, intimidation, bullying is prohibited. So this is from the Long Beach Unified School District. Now, this is important. Attendance and achievement reports. Attendance is taken daily. So please remember that. Your child must attend Zoom daily as if it is school here in person. Phone calls, we may require Zoom conferences, and we may also conduct home visits. Those may also occur. We have already begun conducting Any of these 3 phone calls, Zoom sessions, and home visits are beginning now. And so if your child is not attending or missing, and we haven't heard from you, or they're missing too much Zoom session class time and they're falling behind, we will conduct these required Zoom conferences and possible home visits as well. There is an achievement report. It'll be the first one in a year. It's the end of semester, January 28th. These are in other words, known as report cards. Those will be done, and this is going to be a very important one because there hasn't been an achievement report in a year at that point, okay? During Zoom sessions, we also want you to know that we can see and hear things going on. And so if a child unmutes to speak, and we may have a hard time, and I've seen this, we may have a hard time because there may be music in the background, dancing, maybe a parent might be working out, dogs might be barking, there's conversations in the background, someone's on the phone. So we can hear all of this while your child is trying to speak. Students should be ready for school in their clothes, not wearing pajamas. Overall, our school's doing great with that, so thank you for that. Have students prepare for Zoom earlier, just making sure the technology is working. And also, I just wanted you to be aware that parents can have access as an observer to Canvas. So make sure you sign in for that. The big word is we. I know it's a small word, but it's a powerful word. We're in this together. More about we versus just me. We as a school, we as a family, we as an Otter family. We want you to feel that. We want your child to feel that. We want you to be able to learn and grow together. We want your child to be able to learn and grow together, that we are a family. So our game plan is for our students to be on time in Zoom, attending every day. Attendance is critical at this point. Using Zoom manners and following rules. We want to persevere and not give up, complete the work. The perseverance is important. We don't necessarily always want the right answer. We want the process. We want the child to be able to explain why they came to that conclusion or that answer. And so we want, if mistakes happen, that's okay. If they have the wrong answer, that's okay. It's not shameful to have the wrong answer. We don't want your child to guess the right answer and then just be done with it. They didn't get it. They didn't understand the process. And so we want them to understand what that process is. And then work hard, learn and get smarter every day. That is a saying we have at our school. We want students to work hard. We want them to learn. We want them to learn from their mistakes. We want them to learn and grow. And they get smarter from that every single day. So thank you so much for joining me in this back to school night video session. I appreciate it. I know it's not the same as being in person, but I am thankful and grateful and proud of our parents for supporting their child's education in a very unprecedented way. You're doing so much, and we thank you for taking care of your family, taking care of all the basic needs, taking care of coronavirus situations so that you can keep your family safe, making sure masks are clean and having enough hand sanitizer at home. And some of you might have your child everyone leave shoes outside, or whatever you're doing to keep everyone safe for your family and this community. We thank you for your efforts. And we thank you again for supporting their learning. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of back to school night. Make sure you get enough information from your teachers so that you can be successful for the year.